Hello, I'm Brother Steve. It's time for another great Brother Steve Skype interview. I am here today with a very stunning, if you're watching our show right now, you cannot just help but seeing this drop-dead gorgeous, beautiful woman who is our guest on our program today, that wonderful face. But she's not just stunning and gorgeous as a model and entrepreneur businesswoman. She's an advocate for something very, very special and strong to us. And we're going to talk to her about that today. It is the one and only Miss Genene Garman, the CEO, president of Priceless Diamonds, Incorporated. Genene, how are you doing today?
I'm doing awesome, Brother Steve. How are you?
I'm doing great. How are things in Atlanta, GA today?
It is beautiful here. Weather's great.
Good. Today, we want to talk about something that's very dear and very special to her heart, and we want to share that information with you, and that way you can get a part and be a part of what's going on with her great vision. Tell us about Priceless Diamonds. And you explained to me earlier, my heart just went out. I was just so touched about the children and your vision and what you have. And it's something that we see all the time, but very few people take action. So tell us, what is Priceless Diamonds Incorporated?
Priceless Diamonds Inc. Incorporated is basically a foundation to raise awareness for trafficking, child abuse, and we also have a program to help kids stay off or away from drugs.
Wow, you know what? When she talks about trafficking and child abuse, things of that nature, so many people are doing programs and events and things for people outside the country, which we don't mind. It's wonderful, but you're taking action for things right here in America, right?
That is correct. We are located in Atlanta, Georgia, like you had stated earlier, but we do it nationwide.
What are some of the things that you found in your research about child trafficking?
Well, in all of the reviews that I've done and the documents that I've looked at and the cases that I've looked over, with trafficking and also with child abuse, 1,500 children each year die due to abuse, either physically or in trafficking.
Hold on one second. You said 1,500 children a year die?
Yes. That's on an average, and it goes up each year. It's very sad. It's very sad.
Wow. Now, what are the ages of these children?
They range anywhere from 5 years old up to 17 years old.
Wow, so they don't even make 20 years old yet?
No. There's some cases where there's actually newborns that get murdered to the hands of their mother or their father or like a step parent.
Let's talk about child abuse.
Okay.
When we talk about child abuse, how do you define child abuse?
Mental, physical, emotional, and also neglect.
Wow, what are some examples of neglect?
Neglect, a lot of people don't even realize they neglect their children, which is another reason that my company's here to let them know what is neglect. Like if you work a lot, you work a 9 to 5, let's say you have another job, and there's no one at home with a child, they're not able to have the needs met as far as food, clothing, shelter. The child's home alone. If they're under the age of 15, they need to have supervision, and they need to have food in the home. They need to have the appropriate clothing, definitely at least 7 outfits, one per each day of the week. And also someone there to supervise them to where they stay out of trouble, to where they are not hanging out with the wrong kids. And depending on the area that you live in, you also need to supervise what's going on in your own neighborhood. So neglect, when the parents are actually doing something very positive, they're working, they're bringing income in, but they're neglecting their child at home. They're raising themselves, so they're becoming an adult quicker, and they have all these decisions they have to make, and they don't know what the decision they should make because they're children. Their minds are not developed yet. So that's a part of neglect, is when you're not taking care of home and you're letting other people raise your kids, or they're raising themselves.
So basically, a parent can be just working a good job or living a great life, high-end Bentleys and Mercedes, big fancy house, and the child sitting at home with no love from the parent and basically getting neglected, and they don't just basically getting abused, they're not even know.
Definitely. They can supply all the needs that they want material-wise, but they also have to be there emotionally for them, mentally for them, and physically.
Wow. So now let's talk about trafficking. How do you define child trafficking? A lot of people are not aware of that. I was educated on that a couple of years ago, and it stunned me that it was going on right here in America. How do you define child trafficking here in America?
Trafficking is really simple and to the point. It's really easy to say what it is. It's anytime you have a child do any type of sexual acts, anyone under the age of 18, and you have them do it basically with an adult, or it could be with somebody in similar age, but you're also taking them out of the comforts of their own home. Trafficking can be across state lines. You are removing them from one place to another, and it always has to do in pertaining to sex. Selling them, selling their body, selling pictures, things like that consist of any type of sexual exploitation of a child.
Wow, that's incredible. Ladies and gentlemen, if you don't know by now, you can see this wonderful supermodel herself. She is an actual professional model and doing great things in what she does, and it's wonderful that she's taking a stand and stepping out along with a lot of her friends and athletes that she knows they're all coming together to help her with this organization. What will Priceless Diamonds do to help support? How can people out there watching our program support Priceless Diamonds?
Oh, wow, there's several different ways. Of course, donations are awesome, but also we want people to volunteer, people that actually have a background and maybe they were abused, or maybe that their name is just on a status level where kids will listen to them. We always want people to volunteer with our company and help us go around, and also to raise awareness on their end. Even if they don't want to work with my company, that's totally fine. Get involved somewhere, because this is going on a lot. But I would love to have people volunteer to write me. I can post their stories on my website. I can also have them come and do guest speaking. And of course, like I said, they're welcome to donate, but that's only a small percentage of what we're trying to do is get donations. We also want people to be hands-on in this foundation.
Now, I know you're based in Atlanta, Georgia, with a great operation there in Atlanta, Georgia, but Priceless Diamonds is spreading across the country. Are we correct?
Correct.
Okay, so that means when people make a contribution, their tax-deductible contribution to Priceless Diamonds Incorporated, they can get a tax write-off for their support, and those proceeds and funds will go to take care of the programs. Are we correct on that?
Correct.
So now let's say this. Now, for those of you out there watching, if you know a child is being abused right away, I'm going to make this disclaimer. If you know about abuse that's going on right away, contact Children's Services immediately. No child should be in a position that they are harmed, hurt, or things of that nature at all. So if you know a child that's been abused and is getting out of control, or just any sort of abuse, please contact Children's Services in your local county, your city, and make sure the right people are in place to help do the things that they need to do as well. Now, you're going to be working with a couple of children's services programs and also taking those children, to kind of help their brain regroup and come back. Am I correct? Is that some of the things Priceless Diamonds is going to be looking at as well?
Oh, yeah. Yes, definitely. We have several programs that we work with now, and then we also have some that are lined up within the next few months. And it touches bases from alcohol to drugs to abuse to trafficking. We're touching all different areas to where children, not only do some of them get abused with their parents or family members, but they also abuse themselves sometimes when they've been abused. And that's with the drugs and the alcohol and things like that. So we have several different programs we're working with.
So you mean after a child has been abused, they actually take it upon themselves to abuse themselves? So,
yes.
So that means this can go on to a pattern that they'll say, well, it happened to me, so let me do it to you. So that it's a cycle. Am I correct?
Correct. It's a big cycle, and it happens every day. And our prison system is full of men and women that are actually abused as children.
Wow. That's very powerful. It makes really good sense on that as well. That's incredible. Miss Genene, I'm not going to take up a lot of your time, because I know we can go on and talk for the next half an hour, about this because it's something that's very, very needy and very special. Are you going to have any banquets or fundraisers or galas going on in Atlanta where people can come be a part or just lend their support to your organization as well?
Oh, definitely. And they can definitely keep posted with the website on all upcoming events and banquets. So yes.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, right now, if you're sitting there watching this interview, the website information is right there at the bottom of your screen. Miss Garman's contact information is also posted right there at the bottom of your screen. You can get more details and information. And at the end of this interview, I'll post my information at the top of your screen, or wherever my editor is going to put it. That way you can see our information at the top of your screen, or wherever you can find us as well here at Brother Steve Enterprise here in Hollywood, California. This is incredible. This is such a needed. I know that I'm going to do my part to be a part. I'm going to send out a plea to all of our media personnel around the country that's watching, people on Facebook, on YouTube, Twitter. If you watch this interview and you can just be a part, if you can just give $1, $5, $20, maybe you can lend some of your media services or contact Ms. Garman with her information right there on the screen. You can help out with this wonderful program and the wonderful things that she's doing. She is making a difference in not just Atlanta, but across the world. Just think, if one child is saved, that child can go motivate someone else to encourage someone else. So you may say, oh, child abuse, it's been going on for years, oh well, whatever. But guess what? Somebody has to stop making a difference. There was a room that was dark and the men invented a light bulb. Now look what we have. We have light. You know, there are people who want to talk to each other who wasn't even there. A gentleman invented a cell phone. There are people who want to talk to one another in other states, other cities, other homes, and he invented a telephone. So this wonderful CEO, she's a businesswoman. I know how she operates. Sometimes I have to call, once or twice just to try to get through to her in her offices, but she's doing a lot of great things. I understand, what she does, the magnitude of what the things that she's done, in her past, doing great programs and great things as well. And not just being a model, but being a very astute businesswoman, making things happen with her capital ventures company, her real estate investment companies as well. But she's taking time out to give back, to say, yes, God has blessed us, God has blessed me, now let me give back. Is there any closing words you want to say, or do you want to talk about maybe one of your programs that you can encourage somebody that they may want to be a part of out there?
Yeah, we have one called CD and DD. It's Child Abuse and Drug Abuse Program. And I just want to let people look for that program. It's going to start happening in the next month. We'll be going around to different schools and different areas in the community with the program. And I just want to tell anyone that's been touched by abuse or trafficking just to definitely have the courage to heal. And if they want to reach out to me personally, they can. They'll get me directly. And I'm definitely here for anyone that wants to speak or just take time out to work with my company.
Well, that's it. Priceless Diamonds Incorporated out of Atlanta, Georgia, and now they're nationwide and worldwide as well. I'm Brother Steve. Don't forget, you can join us for another great Brother Steve Skype interview anytime on YouTube, Facebook, or around the world on any media outlet that we can get it to you. We're going to get it to you that way. My number's right there, toll free, 888-998-4677, 888-998-4677, or go to my website, brosteve.com. Until next time, same place, same location. I'm Brother Steve with another great Skype review with my great friend, wonderful CEO and President, Miss Genene Garman. Thanks so much for joining us on our program. We'll see you next time. Remember, tomorrow is the first day of the rest of your life.